Hello everybody, and welcome to your next C++ Made Easy HD tutorial. So in this tutorial we will be learning about template specialization. Okay, so let me zoom in here. Okay, so sometimes whenever we use templates we have a generic type, right? And we assume that that type works across every other type, right? And if we so choose, we could have add in another type as well, and we could have another function or whatever that could run something else, right? And that's cool. But sometimes you want to have a class that specializes in one data type, and this is called template specialization. So if we try to use the add function and we try to add two characters or two chars together, then we would run into an error most likely, because you can't really add two characters together. So we need to handle it differently. And in this case, you might say, okay, well, just easily add in whatever like that and have another add overload and do that, right? We could do that, but whenever you get into larger classes and stuff, you might want to have a separate class that specializes in something else, okay? So this is how we handle class specialization. So we call template, but we don't put anything within it, okay? Then when we create our class, the class name can be the same as one above, right? But instead we have to put in the type name that we're specializing in. So we're gonna put char, and we'll still inherit from the entity class, okay? So when we do it like this, we have to we have to specify what we're specializing in. So we're gonna be specializing in chars, okay? So I'm going to have the I guess char add function, have a char A and char B, and in this we're just gonna, I don't know, I guess create a string temp, or maybe I will just return char array. I'm not sure if I could do that. Okay, so we'll say that we'll create a char array or whatever, and it's equal to I don't know, A, B, and then we will return, oh, we need to name it, sorry, so let's just call it temp, and we'll return temp. Okay, so that's what will happen in this function, and don't forget to end the class with a semicolon. So now we have it that we are specialized in the char type. So if we're calling the player class, if we create an instance of player, but it is any other type other than a char, then it will call this. It will use this class. But if it is a char, then it will run this player class. Okay? So to test this out, we're going to put char in there. And once we put char in there, if we put p.add, we have to put in two char values, so we'll call C, and we put D in there. And it's inaccessible because we never set it to public. Let's put public in there. So it is there, and we'll just put this here so we can see the result. So when we run this program, just wait for this to build. Okay, so we get a weird unknown value. So let me just close this window. Uh, so what we're gonna do is, I'm assuming that uh, you know what? Instead of doing this, I'll just put void just to make our lives easier, and I'll have our temp in there, and then I'll say cout temp. Hopefully that is correct. So I'll get rid of this, get rid of this, run this program. So as we see, we get the results CB, and I'm guessing that down arrows because of the null pointer at the end of the string. But like I don't really feel like looking into that. But you get the general purpose of this tutorial, right? So this tutorial is not about chars, so I don't remember what I taught about chars. So yeah, you're gonna have to look into that if you really want to know about it. But the point of this tutorial is to show you that when we call the player class, when we set it to char, then it called this one, and if we use any other type, then it will call this player class. So it's called template specialization because this class specializes in just chars. Now, just to see uh, if that works, no, that doesn't work. So what has to work is that it has to match another class that we actually have, but it specializes under one type. So that is it for this tutorial. I hope it wasn't too complicated, and I hope you learned something from it. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.